Hello friends, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by for today's video. Today's video is another holiday book. I'm so excited. I have actually got a couple more that I'll be bringing to you during this holiday season. Today's book is called Holiday with You by Claudia Burgoa and Grahame Claire. I apologize in advance if I'm getting the pronunciation wrong. Grahame, I looked all over trying to make sure that I had the right pronunciation, so I apologize in advance if it's wrong. Hey guys, it's Future Cat here. After I was done recording my video, I actually asked a couple book friends about the other author with Claudia, Grahame Claire. I was told that it's actually a writing duo, and I know I just said Graham throughout the whole video, so I apologize about that. I should have been better about trying to figure that out before I sat down to not write the video, to film the video. So my apologies, and thanks for sticking with me. Now back to the video. As you know, Claudia is one of my favorite authors, so I was excited to read another holiday book by her, and then welcoming in Grahame as a new author to me with this book. One of the very first holiday books that I ever read was Claudia's Once Upon a Holiday last year, so I was all in when I knew she was writing this one. Holiday with You is about Audrey and Colin. The book takes place in Winter Valley, Colorado. Love that. I've talked before on my channel, my love for the state. I have family that lives there, so it's kind of extra special to me when I read a book that takes place there, especially a fun, festive book like this where you can envision the snow, the twinkling lights, Christmas time in any of the ski towns in Colorado. It just all worked for me. I loved the cover of this book. Of course, I will put it up here so you can see it. And also, if I can mention the inside of the book, I just noticed these kind of things. I'm sure we all do, but these were extra cute. I hate to say that word, but when you flip through the chapter headings was a great scenic picture that just looked exactly like what I would picture Winter Valley to look like. I love those touches. I really liked Audrey to start with. She's a career woman just coming off of a really kind of hard breakup and focused on her career, has a terrible boss. She's in Winter Valley, she's from LA and in Winter Valley because of her boss kind of giving her a directive of, you know, do this or you're gonna lose your job kind of type thing, which I was kind of sad about her having such a bitchy boss. Colin lives in Winter Valley. He's actually from there. His family is there. And he had recently, within the past year, moved back home with his young daughter, Perry. Okay, as I have talked about before, single dad trope is like one of my favorites. There's just something that gets me all like gooey inside with a single dad like that. And then to have it be Colin be a single dad with a daughter, I love watching my husband and our daughters when they were little. And of course now that they're all older, but there's something special, I think, between a mom and a son and a dad and a daughter. And Claudia and Grahame wrote this great little girl, Perry. I ate up every single moment that she was in this book. It's funny how Colin and Audrey meet. She flies into town, like I said, with this directive of buying a bed and breakfast that her boss wants to acquire. They're having trouble in that department, so they can't find the owner. Whoever it is off the radar, and the boss wants this property. So she's like, go there, get it, or you lose your job. And so she flies in, and she's a California girl. She doesn't really necessarily come prepared on the flight. She wanted to be comfortable, so she has on a unicorn onesie. I had to kind of laugh because it's kind of ridiculous, right? But how that plays into their story, was just perfect. And that was the first thing that made Audrey really endearing, that she needed to fly, she wanted to be comfortable, and she didn't really care what anybody else thought, so she was wearing her unicorn onesie. Lo and behold, she gets off the flight and she's in her rental car and not prepared for the weather and has a little fender bender while she bumps into Colin, and that's actually how they meet. He goes to check on her after they've had the accident, and she's wearing this onesie. It's just kind of funny. I mean, I'm giggling now about it, and you giggle in the book about it, and that unicorn thing kind of sets the precedence to what Audrey becomes in Colin's life. That she's this special creature that shows up, that is rare and beautiful. And then with Perry, his daughter, the kind of mystique around unicorns and the magicalness surrounding unicorns. And she's a 4-year-old little girl. She's so into it. I loved that part. The symbolism was not lost on me. Holiday with You is a dual perspective. I so enjoy. I talk about that ad nauseum on my channel, about how I enjoy that so much. I really do like getting both characters' perspective. It's just more fulfilling for me as a reader. And something I really liked about how they wrote the book was, and I know it kind of goes without saying, but especially from Colin's point of view, his little thoughts that they gave us, and the inner dialogue that he is having in his own head that we get on the pages from his perspective, I really liked. I think that goes with the whole me needing the male character to work for it a little bit more. I mean, Colin had it going for him already, being a single dad, but then getting the dual perspective and getting more of his thoughts in relation to his life, really, as it was playing out in the pages, I really liked. There was funny moments. He was funny and also very, like, he couldn't believe some of the things he was saying and how Audrey was bringing things out in him. I just really liked all that. They are attracted to each other from the get-go. They have chemistry. It was written wonderfully. They have sexy time. That was definitely very sexy. And I wondered where Claudia and Grahame were going to bring in the more part, the relationship part, because we know that there's a couple of things in their way as far as Audrey's just there because she's supposed to buy this bed and breakfast. But then she meets Colin and he stirs up feelings in her. And then on Colin's side, he sees Audrey as like this driven career woman, and he's like in this little small town with his daughter and his family, and he's comfortable in this little small town. She's from LA. You know, there's other things, and how were they going to have a relationship? I was very interested to see how that was all going to go. I loved his family. That's where the whole magical part of Christmas, I felt like, came into the book and really drew me in, and I felt very at home with them and could see it all in my mind as I was reading it. And those were the special moments that I really connected to as far as holiday traditions and being surrounded with family. And, you know, as we know, this year is not our typical year at all. And our holidays are not going to look the same that they have in years past. So I found reading this book and the other holiday books that I've read really needed in my attempt to make this year feel kind of normal in a lot of ways. Reading these books Macy's snoring over here. Reading these holiday books has really helped me kind of keep the holiday spirit, if that makes sense. And definitely the way Colin's family was and how Audrey fit in there, because she's an out-of-towner in town and she's gonna spend Christmas by herself, you know. Where's the fun in that? That's, you know, that's kind of sad. And Colin steps in with all of that, and his family steps in. and brings her into the fold. And that was very sentimental and warm, and it really helped me connect even deeper with the story. I would definitely recommend reading Holiday with You. Let me know if you have in the comment section below. And in the description box, you will notice that I put a direct Amazon link to the book if you would like to grab it. As always, I thank you for giving the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing while you're here. When you do that, it not only helps my channel, but it will also help this video get shown to more people here on YouTube. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.